This episode of The Arena, a multi-platform gaming news podcast post-show, is sponsored by, well, of course, you. If you want to learn more about how you can support the show, go to patreon.com/thearena_podcast. Okay, welcome, everyone, to The Arena, multi-platform gaming news podcast, episode 61, post-show. I'm your host, Expat, along with my co-host, Burly of BurlyMenGaming on Twitch. Burly, are you hanging in there, man?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there. Waiting for the spiritual opium to be delivered.
Yeah, I remember during the regular episode, man, you were like, yeah, that spiritual opium hadn't kicked in yet. Yeah.
I haven't taken any yet. I ran out. My stash is run dry.
Okay. Okay. So first up on the post show, of course, as most of you that have listened to our post shows know, of course, now we are doing this in video format as well as in audio format. So for the first thing we're going to talk about tonight, of course, during the post show, we talk about anything and everything. It's not just video games. It's about entertainment and pop culture as well. So, Burly, let's talk about this past week. We got the first trailer for the Book of Boba Fett. So, I want to know what your thoughts are on the Book of Boba Fett trailer that we saw. It was pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, no.
What were your thoughts?
I agree. Yeah. Looks very cool. This actually has me very intrigued because, like, I'm not going to lie, I never got the hype of Boba Fett from the original Star Wars movies. Like, I never got why people so loved this character and always wanted him to come back and all that, this and that. But, like, I did like the little him coming in at the end of Mandalorian Season 2. That was nice. But this has me intrigued because you can see where this is going, but they don't give you a whole lot to be like, oh, this is all going to happen. This just gives me, okay, he's going to take over for Jabba here, as they say. Yeah. But is it going to go his way? How are things really going to go?
Yeah. And just one other thing before I give my 10 cents on the Boba Fett trailer. This, of course, Boba Fett series, the Book of Boba Fett. The Book of Boba Fett, I should say. I need my spiritual opium.
Yeah, I was about to say,
the Book of Boba Fett. It's like the Book of Boba. The Book of Boba Fett. We're going to be doing a new series on our Patreon at patreon.com/thearena_podcast. It's going to be called Star Wars Republic. And we're going to be looking at each episode of the Book of Boba Fett. And we're going to be discussing and giving our reactions to those episodes, as well as The Mandalorian Season 3 when it comes out, and any other Star Wars films in the future. So, my take on the Book of Boba Fett trailer, Burly. I really like the very beginning when you see there on Tatooine, you see that mechanical spider crawling around. That's an ode to the Return of the Jedi, because when there's a scene in Return of the Jedi when Luke comes into Jabba's palace, right after the big gate opens and he walks in, you see a spider, mechanical spider, just like the one in the Book of Boba Fett trailer there, walking behind him there. So that was really cool. I'm wondering if when they were in that scene, when they were about to be attacked, and you see those guys put up those red shields, I'm wondering if that's Crimson Dawn. So if you remember, Crimson Dawn is the crime syndicate from the Solo film. Yeah. So and of course, Darth Maul was the leader of Crimson Dawn. I'm wondering if they have anything to do with Crimson Dawn. So it'll be interesting to see if Crimson Dawn is in this series as well. And one other thing they didn't show in the trailer, but I have a feeling she's going to show up in this series. I don't know if you've watched any of the animated series, The Bad Batch.
I have not, no.
Okay, so The Bad Batch focuses on a group of clones at the end of the Clone Wars that basically they did not have the chips, they had malfunction chips, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember everything about it, but they were not programmed like the other clones to kill the Jedi, basically. And so they basically went out on their own as kind of rogue. But in the series, The Bad Batch, there's a girl that they pick up on Camino, and her name is Omega. And Omega is Boba Fett's sister.
Oh.
Boba Fett being the Alpha clone,
Mm-hmm.
Omega was the Omega clone.
Okay.
I really think that they're going to show Omega's going to show up in this series at some point.
Whether it'll be just at the
maybe
end.
she's with Crimson Dawn. Yeah. Who knows? In the series, maybe she turns evil and goes to Crimson Dawn or something like that. I don't know. I don't think so, but who knows? Maybe she will come to meet up with Boba Fett, and reveal herself. I mean, you would think that Boba Fett knows about her, so it'll be interesting to see if that actually happens in the show. Because in the Bad Batch, basically those 5 or 6 clones, they go back to Camino, and of course the Empire is negotiating with the Camino aliens about the clones, and basically the clones are like obsolete now, and they can just hire new Imperial stormtroopers from the public on the different planets, and of course for the Camino people, that's the for them it was kind of like well, we're going to lose business now, so how do we keep our business going with the Empire, and so the Bad Batch group decides to get the hell out of town, because they're not going to be installed into the Imperial Army.
Right.
So they were kind of seen as defects in a way. And of course, they pick up Omega there and take her with them. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But the Book of Boba Fett coming out at the end of December. The trailer looked pretty cool. Of course, a lot more at Tatooine. We're excited to bring you more information and to discuss the episodes with you on Star Wars Republic when we start that series at the end of December.
Yes.
Okay, so Burly, next up, we had something happen this week, and I think you have a lot to say about this. Nintendo seems to be attacking YouTubers again. There's a YouTuber out there by the name RGT85, and he made a video describing what Nintendo was doing to him. So I'll let you take this away. What was going on in this situation with RGT85 and Nintendo?
So, for those that don't know, just a little background here. Nintendo has a bad relationship with content creators. They are the worst, because they won't allow you to do certain things, and if you're a Nintendo ambassador, I can't remember what they're called now, if it's ambassador, they changed their program recently, a year or two ago, and you have to follow strict guidelines, you have to smile a certain amount in every video, you can't show certain images of Mario and stuff like that, you have to,
Right.
literally, you're at the hands and mercy of Nintendo, and they will end their partnership without you.
Right.
And just give you no reason. A lot of people
Right.
that were on the old membership, they didn't even get told, hey, we're ending the partnership with you. And Nintendo copyright claims, and even if you're part of this ambassador program, they were still taking a good chunk of your money. on your views and all that. They are not a great relationship to work with. So what happened with RGT85 is he had gotten a copy of Metroid Dread early, not through Nintendo. One of the retailers shipped it
through a retailer.
Through a retailer shipped it to him early. So he played, made a video, waited till when the normal embargoes would go, and then posted his review and some of his gameplay. Well, Nintendo didn't like that. And it wasn't that he wasn't positive or, saying, don't buy the game, pirate it, use emulators and all that. Nintendo was mad that retailers gave it to him early and that he had made content out there and they couldn't control it. So they threatened him. And they are threatening him to take down the video and all this and that. Yet, other people that when Nintendo sends stuff early or get stuff early, like the OLEDs when they came out, some people got them early, didn't care. They picked after him.
Yeah.
He's a good-sized channel and good-sized views because they want to use him as an example. They're using him as an example to other YouTubers being like, you get shit early and it's not through us, do not make content without our approval.
Yeah.
That's how it is. And it's like, no, that shouldn't be allowed. YouTube is standing up for him and fighting with him, which I'm at least glad on that. But, Nintendo shouldn't have the right to bully. If Nintendo wants to ask him and say, which retailer leaked this to you, because we need to talk to them because we can't control our release date, we don't like people breaking street dates, because we need to talk with them and renegotiate our partnership with them, fine. Totally for that, because the store did break street date and all that, and you shouldn't do that. But that's...
Yeah, if Nintendo's going to go after anybody, it should be the retailer.
Oh, yeah.
Because they broke embargo.
Yeah, retailer, you want to go after them? Fine. Don't go after the content creators.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. I have had, back when I used to do YouTube stuff, I had, I think it was Pokemon Sun. I got my copy because Amazon, I ordered my copy through Amazon. Shipped a day or two early. Got my copy, so I played the first bit before quite a few people. I was like, and I used to make YouTube content at this time. I was like, I was debating on making a video and showing stuff, but it was like, you know what? I know how Nintendo is with this stuff. It ain't worth the headache. Because that's the thing, Nintendo, all these big companies, like Sony and Microsoft do this stuff too, but they are nowhere near as bad as Nintendo. They pay companies to watch and just flag stuff so they can get the monetary value back or take down stuff because they don't like it.
It makes no sense. No sense. I mean, because when it comes to breaking embargo on hardware, they don't give 2 cents about it. But when it comes to their video games, then it's a problem. It just doesn't make sense. It's
hardware is one because they want to show it off so that way people buy.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
But for video games, they don't get it. When I used to do Let's Plays, I had one of my parts claimed because I did. I think it was Pokemon. I can't remember if it's Pokemon Yellow or Pokemon Crystal, because one of the songs in the game, Nintendo claimed it because they're like, you're using the Lavender Town theme. I can't remember if that was it or not, but it was like, really? I can't control that, and I'm showing off your game, trying to help people, but no, you decide.
Yeah, and they just don't understand that these people are trying to show your product, and it could possibly make a lot more people buy it.
Oh yeah.
And RGT85 too. He said too, I don't want to be I'm not a Nintendo ambassador.
Yeah.
I don't want to be, but I just want to show my review. I just want to show the game off. And possibly people by showing that game off, because he's a pretty big YouTuber. He gets a lot of views.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people might say, hey, I want to buy this game now. I like his content, and hey, he's playing that Nintendo game that I'm thinking of buying.
Oh yeah. See,
I've
watched.
So Nintendo. Yeah.
See, I've watched from several streamers and other YouTubers that have streamed off in games And that's what bought me them. That's happened with, I'll be honest, Ghost of Tsushima, game I love. When I actually saw someone actually sitting and playing and going through it, I was like, okay, I gotta go fucking buy this game. And just went and fucking bought it.
Yeah.
That's several games I've gotten into in franchises that way. You can't, like, that stuff does help, but Nintendo is an old, stubborn Japanese company, no offense. They are set in their ways. They are never...
Well, it's true. It's
well,
true.
Nintendo... Well, we should say Nintendo of Japan. Nintendo of America is more relaxed, but the problem is they answer to Nintendo of Japan, and they've...
That's right. They're the parent company.
They take their marching orders. They may think, oh, this is great, but whoever's in charge of Nintendo of Japan is going to be like, we refuse. Absolutely not. And Nintendo America's like, I don't want to fight anymore. Sure, we'll do it.
It's just like the 90s all over again. Oh. I mean, Sega was in the same situation. Sega Japan was, they were starting to get upset because Sega of America was showing them up.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were actually starting to outsell Nintendo, but that pride just took over.
Yeah.
And and then of course the Saturn came, and we all know what happened there. But Nintendo, figure it out. Come on, man. It's ridiculous. So, okay, Burly, one more story tonight on the post show. Let's talk about Elden Ring. Came out with about 20 minutes of new gameplay. So let's talk about that gameplay. I mean, what did you think? I mean, for Souls fans out there, I mean, this is going to be a big treat for them.
Oh, yeah.
And it's funny how George R.R. Martin, the writer and creator of the Game of Thrones series, of course, he had, some things to do with Elden Ring, but he said in an interview a few months back that the stuff I did for Elden Ring, I wrote like years ago, and so basically, just like the background of the world and everything, he gave From Software and, them the information and they just ran off with it. So, George R.R. Martin hasn't had too much to do with this game, but From Software has been giving him like updates on it and showing him what the world looks like and the monsters and everything. But anyway, let's talk about it. More Dark Souls. More Dark Souls, man. What do you think?
Yeah. 0 to 10, no incest in this trailer.
Yeah.
Now, like
this. Well, you get that one-eyed girl though towards the end of the video. Yeah. It's like that had like Final Fantasy written all over it, man. I mean, when I was watching her, I was like, man, that's something out of Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah,
but,
oh yeah. Anyway. I can get that, but yeah, it is a it looks good. Like, and the calling of a horse. Like, I only have experience a little bit with Bloodborne and Demon Souls, so my Souls experience is not as vast knowledge, but I do like the magic that they showed off. You're fighting giant beasts like the dragon, I think, in the first couple minutes. This will be interesting to see, like, how this game actually goes when you're actually playing multiplayer. And is it gonna, like, I don't know if they've said if it's cross-platform or anything. Like, if I've got friends that are playing the PS4 version and I'm playing PS5, can we play together? Or can we play, like, with Xbox people? Can they join in with me? Or PC?
Right. Yeah, and that one little blue teleport system with the horse too that transports you or teleports you up to the top of a high mountain. Yeah. That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that will save players a lot of time having to figure out how in the hell am I going to get up to the top of that mountain. Well, if you have that blue teleport system there now, boom, and then with the map, you can, put certain markers for where crafting is available or where boss battles are going to be, or like a marker, like a certain point in the world where you need to go. You'll be able to do that as well, which, isn't too, new to most of these games. I mean, but I really like the part where he was in the dungeon. When the character was in the dungeon area, that was pretty cool. And yeah, the world that they're making here looks really beautiful. And of course, in the boss battles, they showed with co-op, I guess in co-op mode as well as in single player mode, you can call upon spirits to help you in those battles. So it's pretty cool, you know.
Oh, you're gonna be using that a lot, I figure.
Oh, yeah. And then there's one scene where, I think in the co-op mode, the co-op character had like on the arm had like the dragon blowing out the fire on the boss, you know. Yeah. And then that kind of one of those main boss battles at the end there of the trailer. I mean, it's like you have the head sticking out and then there's like several arms. You know, it's like that's typical from software.
The designs fit their motif and all that. That's standard part for the course room. But this is just going to be interesting because it is the whole open world aspect. Because like in Demon Souls, you pick your statues and you pick your levels that you're going into, and then you come back to the hub.
Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting because it's going to be pretty much, I imagine, your standard intro, and then get you into the world, and then. I think they'll do some hand-hiding guiding, but for most part of it, it's go conquer and beat as many of these beasts as you can.
Right.
Yeah.
Typical Souls.
Oh, yeah. Like if I'm playing this game, I'm not doing this single. I'm doing co-op.
No way.
Yeah.
No. No way.
These are not my style of game.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, exactly. They're not my style of game. They're good games, don't get me wrong, but it's like I do not have the time to master these games, and I've got 10 other things I'm doing in my life.
Right. Well, depending on the time difference, maybe if we get a Burly, we can play in co-op or something.
There you
go. So. Just pump ourselves up with that spiritual opium.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be fine. Yeah. All right. So that's going to do it for the post show. So I want to thank all you viewers and listeners, either in video or audio format. So this episode of the post show will go up one day in early access to our Patreon at patreon.com/thearena_podcast. And then it will the video format will go up to our YouTube channels at Expat YouTube Gaming and the Arena Citadel YouTube channels, as well as in audio format to free podcast services. So please look out for the video and audio versions of the show. So I've been your host, Expat, along with my co-host, Burly of BurlyMenGaming on Twitch. Our other co-host, Turn-Based Carl, he's off this week. He will be back with us again. So we hope you have a great weekend and a great week of gaming.
Yes.
Of course.
And spiritual
opium. Take care, everyone. Yes, that's right. And the spiritual opium, that always helps.
Yeah.
So take care, everyone. We hope to catch you in the next one. Peace out.